I'm here with Kurt Hardy, who's one of the co-executive directors for the Tahoe Institute for Natural Sciences. Good to have you. Science.
Natural science, yeah. Great.
Now, tell me something, a trivia fact that I may not know about birds.
Well, right here in the Tahoe Basin, over 300 different species of birds have been sighted. Now, you can't see that many in 1 year, but over the years, individuals and things have built up so that we
300?
Yep, over 300.
I never would have guessed that. And with that in mind, you've got a big bird walk coming up that you're going to be doing the next couple of days.
Yeah, you know, in May, every Wednesday morning, starting at 7:30, we're going to be at the Village Green up in Incline Village.
Fascinating.
For, hour and a half, just to get people out, hopefully before work or before they start their day, to start off with a nice nature experience.
That would be fantastic. And I think what would be interesting to me, what kind of birds are we going to see that are so unique up here?
Well, one of the coolest birds we can see up here is a western tanager, which actually is our logo.
That's a pretty bird.
Yep, they're nice. The males have a nice red head. They've got a yellow body, black wings with a couple white markings. Very cool looking birds. And these guys will probably start showing up in the next couple of weeks.
That's a very, very colorful, pretty bird. Give me another example of a bird we might see.
We might see something like a hermit warbler.
Hermit warbler?
Yep, and that's a bird that will be migrating through the area. They nest just north of here up at Yuba Pass. Mm-hmm. So we might see them in here, might not, but there's a couple other warblers too that we might see, like a yellow-rumped warbler.
Yeah, I like the name of it, yellow-rumped warbler, and the picture of it, there it is. Look, on the very back, there's a little yellow spot. Is that strange or what?
I think it's cool looking, but to each his own.
So those are the warblers. I understand there might be a couple of hawks, too, that we could probably be seeing?
Yeah, we have Cooper's hawks up here in Tahoe.
Cooper's hawks.
And those guys are a part of a group of hawks called accipiters, and they're a forest hawk. So they have shorter wings, longer tails that allow them to be very maneuverable through the forest, and they hunt other birds. So I've seen them a couple of times up at Village Green, so we might get lucky and see one of those guys out there as well.
So they hunt other birds, some of the smaller birds?
Yeah, like those warblers and tanagers I was talking about, they go after them.
Oh, they'll be darned. And any other kind of hawks we might see?
Just last week I was out, we did a little staff outing, and we saw a red-shouldered hawk out there.
Now, they look a lot like the Cooper's hawk, don't they?
They do. They have the red on the breast as adults, but one thing that's different is they have kind of black-white speckling in the wing, and whereas the Cooper's hawk has a solid gray wing. So, to people that aren't familiar with hawks, it might be hard to tell them apart, but a little bit of experience and we can get you up to speed so you can identify them.
Oh, absolutely fascinating. Let's go with some more birds. What other kind of things might we see?
What else might we see? Well, our typical birds of Steller's jays and mountain chickadees will be out there, but we might also get things like white-crowned sparrows coming through.
Oh, they're a beautiful bird too.
Yeah.
And those dang woodpeckers, those white-headed woodpeckers.
White-headed woodpeckers, those are a very cool one. The Sierras are known for woodpeckers because we've got a lot of trees, a lot of wood. So if we get a lot of woodpeckers around here, and the white-headed woodpecker is a bit of a specialty here that, in that you can go to other parts of California and you won't see them, but up here you will find them.
Real quickly, when does it start?
7:30 a.m. on Wednesday mornings.
Every Wednesday, starting in May?
Starting in May.
How long?
Go for an hour and a half.
And how many months?
Just for the month of May.
For the month of May. What a fascinating thing to do. I think people would enjoy doing that, just learning about the birds. You guys do great work up there. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you for having me on today, Dan.
Be glad to have you, and be sure to come back somewhere. We're going to be back with more on the High Sierra Report right after these very, very important messages.